dancing for me at that moment of time literally was like meditation, है ना? कि when you have like mind, body and soul at one, all aligned completely, and then you're just free in that moment. When you're a choreographer, your canvas is huge. You have your lights, you have your sets, you have your costumes, you have your choreography, you have dancers, and for me that I think really pushes my brain cells. You can't be learning dance on Instagram. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that.
Someone had to say it.
No, it doesn't work like that. Dance is not Instagram. You can't just fart one day on Instagram and then become instant dancing sensation and then say, yes, I'm the best dancer on this planet. No, doesn't work like that. However, you farted, the more quickly it's going to go away. My parents have given me a lot of dum in my bum, which I like. So yeah, I'm a fighter. Keeping up with the trends is fine. ये तो होता रहता है. But I think bringing a certain amount of quality to your art is far more important.
I'm so excited to introduce you all to our next speaker. I mean, I'm literally shaking when I tell you this, but she is a dancer. She is a choreographer, a breath of fresh air in the dance industry. Introducing you to Karishma Chavan.
Thank you.
I welcome you wholeheartedly on the Wit Chat show.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Can you ask me the same thing?
How are you doing today?
I am absolutely ecstatic and excited. I mean, I think you can see it on my face.
Yes, and I'm so happy.
But I am so excited that you're sitting on that side of the couch. I think I've been waiting for this for quite some time.
Long due.
Quite some time, and I'm really, really grateful that you're sitting right in front of me.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
But I think we'll start off and lay it down clear that I'm a fan.
Oh,
a very humble fan, and I have genuinely been following you since years.
Wow.
And I think many of the viewers can agree that I first saw you in ABCD. I clearly remember seeing you first there.
Yeah.
And then and there, it's just I've been a fan since.
Thank you.
Again, a big welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here and talking to you.
Thank you so much. So, I mean, being a fellow dancer myself.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What are your styles?
So, I've learned Kathak.
Oh, wow.
But I do belly dancing, whacking and a little freestyle. So, it's all
I definitely
learned.
have to see you dance. I have to definitely see you.
I'm going crazy, but I would genuinely like to know that what were your foundations, or what's like your earliest memory of you just grooving?
Oh my God. My earliest memory of me grooving to मैं बचपन से, in the sense that I really enjoyed dancing as a kid. I was a very on beat kid, so I was part of all the so-called shows in the school as well as college. I was very on beat, so yes, I enjoyed dancing, from a very young age. But I think where it actually got nurtured was when I walked into class when I was 12 years old with Shabak Davar's Institute.
Wow.
So that's where I started my formal training of dance, and I was all of 12 years old, and I thought I was home. Like, this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Dancing for me at that moment of time literally was like meditation, है ना? कि when you have like mind, body and soul at one, all aligned completely, and then you're just free in that moment. I think I was addicted to that moment. So yeah, for me that was my first initial training, and I got trained in jazz. That was my base. But coming down the line, I did a lot of hip hop, I did salsa, I did contemporary, and then I was bred in Bollywood at the age of 18 and a half. So I've been a Bollywood person for 18 years.
Wow.
So yeah.
So what was like your first Bollywood interaction when you said at the age of 18 and a half?
Yes. So my first show I got through a fellow colleague of mine. His name is Javed Sanadi, another brilliant performer. And he called me for a show for Autocar Awards. And that was my first step into the conventional Bollywood background dancing scene. But if you talk about my first film experience, that I was on set with as a dancer. I was a part of Parinita. Yes, I did Kaisi Paheli with Rekha. And that
Oh,
was my first
wow.
step into Bollywood as a backup dancer. And I
Oh my
think
God.
I couldn't have asked for a better start.
I was just going to say that. I mean,
Because
fabulous.
I had Rekha ji as this goddess looking human in front of me for 5 days, and her aura and her energy is like 30 times larger than, you know, who she is as a personality. And I absolutely enjoyed working with her. I didn't know I was assisting, so I was actually choreographing for her and the dancers. I didn't know that. मुझे लगता कि हर dancer का काम यही करना है. And I didn't know I was assisting. I got paid also as a dancer only. Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, but the experience for me was way bigger than the entire paycheck. But yeah, but I loved that first step into Bollywood. It was worth it.
It is. I mean, Parinita, that movie itself
Yes.
was iconic, and that song.
Yes.
Even today, if you play it,
Yes.
I feel everybody will just go.
Absolutely.
That song.
Absolutely.
Within that movie, it
Yeah.
was very different. It just
Yes.
popped out.
Yes,
right?
it was one of those you know, once in a time where you have a offbeat jazz number, you know, coming into Bollywood, and that obviously
Absolutely.
making a mark. And Pradeep Sarkar, the late Pradeep Sarkar, was
Yes.
directing, and I remember him very keenly. You know, monitoring every shot. He knew even his in between cuts कि अभी इस पे crooning होगा 3 लड़कियों का, and he knew exactly what he wanted. So it was nice to see that he was very particular as a director, but one of the greater directors that we've had.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
I mean, from working behind the camera,
Yes.
assisting,
Yes.
and also being a part of many, like on camera, like
Yes.
on stage.
Yes.
I mean, what is that difference like?
Oh, it's
being
huge.
behind and in front.
It's huge.
What do you prefer more?
I definitely prefer behind the camera.
Is it?
Yes, I do, because I believe inherently I'm a teacher. And I like to see my students shine. I like to see an artist, you know, flourish on camera.
That is a gem of a quality
yes,
that
so for
you
me
truly have in this industry.
yes, so for me, I feel behind the camera is where my happy space is. I like creating the canvas. एक होता है जब तुम performer हो, तो तुम सिर्फ अपने ऊपर ध्यान दे रहे हो, अपने looks पे ध्यान दे रहे हो, costume पे ध्यान दे रहे हो, moves पे ध्यान दे रहे हो, and that's great. I mean, it's good to be vain at that moment of time. But when you're a choreographer, your canvas is huge. You have your lights, you have your sets, you have your costumes, you have your choreography, you have dancers, and for me, that I think really pushes my brain cells, which I really
jog.
yeah, absolutely. So when I can expand it and actually create, why not?
Oh
So
my
that is
God.
me.
That is absolutely so nice to hear. And
Yeah.
I feel like one of your very iconic songs again is, I feel, Lat Lag Gayi.
Oh,
I mean, how many times have people asked you about this? Like,
oh, so let me just get this straight. Lat Lag Gayi happens to be choreographed by Ayaan Khan, my boss, and someone who I feel is one of the best teachers I could have ever asked for as a part of the industry. And I got this privilege to assist him on this song. Yes, there was some of my choreography as a part of it that obviously did really well at that moment of time. But I'm so grateful to him because he has taught me so much as a choreographer, and he really, really, you know, teaches you the entire craft very, very holistically. So that is why I love him as a boss. And but Lat Lag Gayi was like just like ऐसे out of the blue fluke मिल गया, गाना आ गया, हमने choreograph कर लिया. We didn't even expect it to be that big a song, but it boomed and it did well.
that
so.
hook step. I mean,
Yes.
every club or every party you
Yes.
go to, when the song plays,
Yes.
the whole crowd just stops and
Yes,
they're grooving to
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
And I actually saw
Yeah.
a video of yours also, you were
Yes.
dancing to a wedding, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's so cool seeing you perform to your own creation.
Yes,
I mean, how
yes.
does that feel?
It feels
your
great.
own baby.
And I wish I have more to come.
Yeah, I
you know,
really hope.
because this is something that I've actually. जब मैं 12 साल की थी मैंने वो सपना देखा कि मुझे कोरियोग्राफर बनना है. Like at 12 is when दिल तो पागल है came out. you know, and those were one of those iconic moments. I'm like, I definitely want to create like Shamak does, or you know, I want to definitely become a renowned Bollywood choreographer, and I look up to all of them, including Farah Khan ma'am, Vaibhavi ma'am, Saroj Khan ma'am, again brilliant woman to, you know, just witness as a part of this industry. I didn't get a chance to work with her, and that I feel very sad about. But I love and get inspired by all our Bollywood choreographers. I don't have to look anywhere else. है ना, लोग होते हैं ना कि international.
बाहर नहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है.
No, we have such great talent within the country.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so that was me getting inspired by everybody.
But I feel like, as you mentioned, you started your training from Shamak Davar.
Yes.
To my knowledge, it is one of the best foundations you can have, right?
Absolutely.
But what are your opinions on having like a professional training in whatever dance form may it be, to expand it later on? Like, how important is it?
I swear by it. Okay, so I think every dancer should have a base, whatever they choose. And if you choose Kathak, so be it. Bharatnatyam, so be it. These are also great bases to have. Jazz is one of them. Ballet is one of them. You have to have a base for becoming a great dancer, only because it teaches you body awareness, you know, your sense of space. It trains you to be aware of people who are dancing around you as well. It's not only you. And you need to understand that it's great to be individual, but it's also a skill to dance with 40 people on stage.
Absolutely.
You know, and both are equally important to learn for the sake of dance. And these are principles that you need to understand that only come with a certain amount of schooling, and you have to have that schooling to build on. And I'm so glad I had that foundation, because if I didn't, then salsa wouldn't be that easy. Hip hop wouldn't be that easy. You know, you wouldn't go into styles of other dancing with that much ease and cleanliness and clarity and body awareness. So it definitely is very important to have a base. And I'm so glad I had one. I don't think the kids of today have any.
I feel like you should say it loud and clear.
Absolutely,
of how important everyone, for anyone it is.
The kids today do not understand the importance of. There's a reason why you go to school, right? There's a reason why you do 15 years of education.
Right.
It is for you to become an all-rounded personality and a person who can thrive better in the world. Same thing with dance. If you have to have a certain amount of discipline instilled in you to become a better artist, that is what the grind requires of you. You can't be learning dance on Instagram. I'm sorry, it doesn't work
Someone
like
had
that.
to say it.
No, it doesn't work like that. Dance is not Instagram.
Absolutely.
Dance,
1 minute, 30 minutes,
30 seconds,
30 seconds
15
reels.
seconds. This is all trends. But your actual artistry speaks for your expression of how you interpret dance, and that only comes with a certain amount of learning and experience, more importantly. You can't just fart one day on Instagram and then become instant dancing sensation and then say, yes, I'm the best dancer on this planet. No, doesn't work like that. However you farted, the more quickly it's going to go away.
Actually,
so
very well said. It's just that time boom, that small period of boom.
So please focus on your life. Your life is more important, and what you bring substance to and you know, emotion to is far more important.
Completely. I mean, I think everyone, any aspiring artist, I feel, should take this as note, as she said, that our grounds, our foundations, basic.
Yeah, before, it's a building, right?
Before learning to read, you need your alphabets in place. Before going there. I think you said it spot on, loud and clear.
I'm very vocal about it. Though I'm a person on Instagram, I do keep up with the trends. I don't very well keep up with the trends. I try. I don't do very well sometimes, but that's fine, because that's not my source of not only bread or inspiration, for that matter. But I think that keeping up with the trends is fine. ये तो होता रहता है. But I think bringing a certain amount of quality to your art is far more important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like from the time that you had started your journey
Yeah.
compared to now,
Yeah.
there are a lot of issues, if I can say,
Yeah.
in terms of like the whole industry in itself, wherein
Yes.
there's a lot more awareness and a lot more broad-mindedness
Yes.
when it comes to dancers' acceptance
Yes.
today,
Yes.
as it was maybe 10-15 years back.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean,
that-
you're standing at a time where you see both
I'm
the, you've
seeing,
seen both
I'm
the
seeing a lot
worlds.
of acceptability to dance. ये दिख रहा है. Obviously, we are consuming a lot of dance content, but I don't think we're doing it correctly. That's my only thought. Yes, and there should be, you know, encouragement when it comes to your families. Your family should support you for what you're doing. But I think what more importantly is to do it right. For my times, when I became a dancer, I remember that was something that was absolutely it was as good as speaking about sex to taboo. Dancer बनना चाहते तुम? You know, it was just,
Safety नहीं, कुछ
yeah,
नहीं.
कुछ safety नहीं है. You don't have a salary. You will not earn money every month. This was something that was unheard of or unconventional. And I said, you know what? I still want to do it. I feel strongly about it. And when my parents, I mean, my mom was definitely far more, you know, she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? My dad was far more supportive in that sense. And he's like, let her just do what she wants to do. And he told me one thing, very, very straightforward. आपको चोर बनना है? बन जाओ. ऐसे चोर बनो कि आप पकड़े नहीं जाओगे.
Best of what you're doing.
Exactly. So whatever you do in your life, try and become the best at it. And that is exactly what I have followed. कि अगर मुझे कुछ बनना है, I have to aim for the topmost position. नहीं तो it's futile.
What is the point?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
After being and doing what you've done,
Yeah.
and like there's a motivation to getting a bhai, मैं कर रही हूँ because I love doing it.
Absolutely. That's the
But
only motivation.
Yeah, it's now.
Yeah.
What would you tell 12-year-old, 15-year-old Karishma if you got
Oh
a
my
chance to go back?
God.
A few words
Wow,
of encouragement for her.
That question has never come to me, which is actually amazing. Okay, so I think I would tell the 12-year-old Karishma that don't worry, everything has worked out just fine. So you just do what you gotta do. Because the struggles have been my learning experiences. The rejections have been my biggest motivators, propelled me to places that I didn't even think I would reach if I got stuck in the same rut, or if I let, you know, rejection get to me. I would have stayed somewhere, you know, there only.
Yeah.
But because I got rejected, I was like, Ruko,
Let me remove my claws.
let me. Just let me do what I gotta do. And I think I'm glad I stuck to that mindset, because if I did go the other way, I would have drowned.
Absolutely.
But I think my parents have given me a lot of dum in my bum, which I like. So yeah, I'm a fighter. I'm a very spirited human being, very passionate.
Never back down. I feel
Never
back down is like a good.
Never, absolutely.
Good title.
And एक दरवाजा जब बंद होता है, दूसरा खुलता है.
खुलता है.
And that's exactly what I've believed in. So yeah.
Truly. I mean, I would love to like sum all your experiences with like a quick wit fire.
Okay.
It's like a quick game,
Yes.
like a small game for you.
I would love that.
So, starting off with your favorite dance style.
My favorite dance style. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. My style.
Your style?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
Karishma style then.
Yes.
Okay, one dance role model.
Oh my god. Saroj Khan.
Okay. Best memory when it comes to dancing.
Best memory. I think it would be Dance Plus.
Ah.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was iconic.
It was one of my highlights.
True.
My dance achievements. So yes.
Absolutely, it was true.
Yes.
Dancing with shoes on or barefoot?
Barefoot. For some
more
reason.
grip. More grip.
I mean, shoes give you this different feeling only.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stage performance or behind the camera?
This is tough.
Stage performance,
This is
okay,
tough.
like proper full on.
I think stage performances are far more challenging and exhilarating, so I'll go with stage.
Stage performance,
Yes.
well. Your
Yeah.
go-to dance move, like
Go to
anything you
dance
can just
move?
like groove.
I think mine is like a hair flip.
Buns the curl.
Yeah, I'm a hair flipping person, so yeah, I definitely go to that in all of my choreographies.
And lastly, I feel a nice message to all the fans watching you out there, like a small message that you would like to give.
Okay, I think I would rather. I heard Vidya Balan day before yesterday speak, and I think that resonated with me. I think being your authentic self has no compensation whatsoever. So just be yourself. Learn from your mistakes, because only your mistakes is what will count eventually in life. Yeah, and do what you gotta do with 100%. Baki, rehne do. Leave it to the universe.
True words couldn't have been spoken. And I thank you once again for taking time out and sitting here with us for this lovely experience on the Wit Chat Show.
Thank you so much.
So much.
Thank you. If you've liked this video, please subscribe to the Wit Chat Show.